Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how I created this makeup look. This is a clean beauty look. I used mostly Ilia, but I also used some Kosis and some Lila Beauty. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I was a little bit shocked because I actually used the Super Serum Skin Tint for the first time, and I'm not really a skin tint kind of person. If you see my skin at the beginning of the video, you might know why. I have acne, I have acne scarring, I have, my skin's just straight up not perfect, and this does not have a lot of coverage, or it's not supposed to have a lot of coverage, and so yeah, I'm shocked that I actually really like this. It's very dewy, very glowy, and I will talk a little bit more about the application and my feelings on how it applies in the video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. So I did film myself applying the Super Serum Skin Tint, but I could not leave it in. I was just feeling too self-conscious about my skin. I had a reaction to something, some product that I used, I think, and it left me with a bunch of texture and bumps and redness. And so I just wasn't feeling confident, but I still wanted to post this just because. Anyway, I use the Super Serum Skin Tint. As I said, I really like it, but I will let you know that it's not buildable. So if you apply one layer and you find that you want more coverage, you should opt for a concealer or really something else to layer over it, because the product does not layer well with itself. It just kind of gets patchy and breaks up. So just to let you know that. I think that it's really beautiful though. It has a really radiant finish, which if you have oily skin might not be your jam, but I really like it. I think that it's really pretty, and it could easily be calmed down with powder, I think. I am now using the Kosis Revealer Concealer, which is one of my favorite concealers at the moment. I love the creaminess of it. I love the finish of it, but the shade range is not great, and they actually don't even have a shade that matches my skin tone, which is a little bit disappointing, but that's fine. I make it work because I really like the product. And sometimes I'll mix 1 and 2, which is a better shade match for me. But today I used 1 underneath my eyes and throughout the center of my face, and 2 on the rest of my face to conceal. And I think that it looks okay. Next, I'm going to go in with the Color Haze Multi-Use Pigment in the shade Waking Up as my blush. I love these pigments. They are super duper good, but they are really, really pigmented and really, really, really easy to go overboard with, as you can see me doing right now. I applied way too much and I regretted it. But yeah, they're really good. They are super creamy and they're super pigmented. As you can see, I definitely applied too much. It'd been a minute since I'd used these, so I didn't really know whether I was working with something that was very sheer or I just couldn't remember, and I quickly realized they were very pigmented. So I am going to go in and do a little bit of correcting with some concealer just to kind of even that out and make it look a little bit less crazy. It doesn't look super crazy on camera, but in person it 100% did. So I just kind of dulled that down a little bit, made it a little bit less pinky, and we moved on. But I really love those. And the next thing I'm using is the Lila Beauty Bronzer. I think this is called the Sunlit Bronzer or the Sun Kiss Bronzer. I don't have it right in front of me, so I can't really remember, but I will link it down below. I really love this bronzer. It is super great, but this is the only shade that they have in it, I believe, and that is a little bit disappointing. So next I'm using the Ilia Necessary eyeshadow palettes. This is in the shade Warm Nude, and I'll just show you which colors I'm using. I'm kind of going all over with a base color that's sort of close-ish to my skin tone, just to kind of even everything out on the lid area and create that perfect little canvas. I'm not going to do a super intense eye look, mostly because I never do intense eye looks, just based on skill level alone. I'm not an eyelid artist. I'm just not that good. I wish I were, but I'm not. Anyway, I go in all over with that kind of camel color nude, and then I'm going in with a darker color just to kind of smoke out the lash line just a little bit, give a little bit of intensity to the lash line. And the outer V just a little bit. I try to be really subtle because it is so easy for me to go from 1 to 100 in 0.3 seconds and make everything look terrible. But I'm just trying to add light layers and blend as I go, just to make sure that everything is looking not crazy, not insane, and that we're building appropriately. So as you can see, we're just continuing to build. I'm using, I think, a Sigma blending brush that's sort of like a MAC 217. I think that's what that's called. This brush is basically identical. I have had this for a really long time though, so they may be different now. And this is a generic brush, but I'm just using that golden color to kind of highlight the inner corners of the eye. and make sure everything's looking all bright and happy. And I love highlighting my inner corner. Like if I do nothing else to my eyes, I almost always do a highlighted inner corner just because I feel like it's pretty. It makes my eyes look more awake. And now I'm using the darkest brown shade in this palette to do my eyebrows because I don't have a quote unquote clean brow product. And this brown is way too warm for my face. It's way too warm for my hair. My hair, as you can see, my roots are very like ashy brown. And this is like a red brown because this is a warm nude palette. And I should have known that, but this was the only option I had at my disposal at the moment. And I try to correct it with an eyeliner in the end. And I think it works okay. It's not horrible. It could be worse. But yeah, and there you see me making a humongous stroke that looks crazy and very thick. And look how red. Look how red. I had to make it work, y'all. I just had to. And this was the best that I could do with what I had at the moment. So don't hate. I kind of hated on myself at the moment. I was like, wow, this looks insane, as you can tell by my face. And now I'm thinking about what I'm going to do to correct my brows. Is there a brow product over there that is from the Clean Beauty nature? And then I'm like, oh, wait, I've got an eyeliner. Let me see what shade this is. This is a very cool brown eyeliner. This is one of the Ilia eyeliners. I can't remember the specific name of it, but I will link it down below. This is a brown. This is not a black. I wanted it to be a little bit softer just because of what I was going for with my look. And then I saw that it was kind of cool toned and I was like, hey, I'm gonna put this in my brows and maybe it'll kind of balance out the reddish tones that are happening up there. And I think it worked okay. I mean, it wasn't a solved problem really. It still looks a little bit insane, but yeah. And I don't have a brow gel, which is very sad. I love brow gel. Um, I need to look into what clean beauty companies have brow gel. So now I'm going in with the Ilia Limitless Mascara or Limitless Lash Mascara. This is in the darkest shade. After Midnight is the name of the shade. I tried my hardest to show you the wand of this because it's a little bit different. It is a plastic wand, but one side is a little bit thicker than the other, or the bristles are a little bit longer on one side. My lashes are suffering right now because I bought counterfeit Grande Lash and didn't know it. They're not like falling out or anything. They just stopped growing and are going back to their normal state, which is sad, and I'm not letting it happen. I just bought a 6-month supply of actual Grande Lash, not counterfeit Grande Lash. So this is your daily reminder to not buy beauty products from third-party realtors. Realtors? From third-party sellers because you don't know what you're buying. It's so crazy to me that there is such thing as counterfeit beauty, but there totally is. Like if you are using a popular-ish product, there's probably a counterfeit for it. Like, you know, Overstock, Walmart, Amazon, anyone that has like resellers of things like marketplaces or whatever, they probably have counterfeit beauty products. And Grande Lash is apparently, it has an issue with like rampant counterfeits, which I had no idea. But it makes sense because it's kind of an expensive product, but it is amazing. It's amazing. It's not, you know, it really is worth the hype, in my opinion, if you're using real Grande Lash and you're not sensitive to it, which is something that definitely happens, but thankfully I am not. And I really wish that I would have not bought from that third party fake account because now I have a $33 bottle of fake Grande Lash that doesn't do anything. I'm pretty sure it's literally filled with just like castor oil or something. It doesn't do anything at all. And I mean, castor oil is great for your hair. It's great hair conditioner. It nourishes, but I've never really seen like lengthening results with it, especially not to the degree that Grande Lash has lengthened my lashes. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about this mascara now instead of going on and on about Grande Lash, but I really like this mascara. I am a huge skeptic of quote unquote clean beauty mascaras just because clean beauty tends to be so understated, so natural, so just, you know, it's just enhancing what you already have. And honestly, I like a dramatic lash. I really do. So I was really impressed that I could kind of build this up. It wasn't as dramatic as, say, I don't know, Caution from Hourglass, but it is very nice, and it could definitely be also a natural looking mascara as well, which I like. I like the versatility. I did go in and add a little bit more bronzer because I felt like I needed it, and I did go in and add a little bit more blush because, I mean, I'm kind of addicted to blush, to be completely honest with you, even though I, you know, kind of subtilized it earlier. That's not a word. Is subtilized a word? I don't think it is. But I did go through and add some concealer to make it less prominent. But here I am adding more. And here's the final look. I did forget to apply lipstick, but I apply it in the outro. So okay, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed making it. It was a fun little get ready with me. I don't know if I've ever really done one of these like this, but I definitely will do another one because I had fun filming it. Yeah, Ilia is like really up in their game, not only with their packaging, but just like their products are really good. I actually knew already that I loved these. I have another one of them. I'm sure I mentioned that in the video, but this is brand new and I'd never tried this. The other two Ilia products that I used, I already owned. They're in the old packaging, if you cannot tell. And it's just occurred to me that I forgot to do a lip, so I'm gonna use the new Ilia, well, I don't know if this is new. It's the Color Block lipstick in the shade Amber Light, which is a nice nude color. Ooh, I really like this color. I forgot to do lips because I never do lips. I wear lip balm or like a lip oil. Feels like a cream lipstick. It's like a My Lips But Better shade. I really like it. Can't believe I forgot to use it. And the packaging is really pretty. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.